Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Sunday, August 2023, and I have a special guest online with me right now. But before I introduce my special guest, there was an article published 3 days ago, and this was on the HBCU game day, and it says BET no longer up for sale. So I want to go over this tight article real quick before I introduce my special guest and get a little feedback on how they feel about this article and what they got going on. So it says, after months of rumors and reports, it appears that Tyler Perry won't be taking over BET. Neither will Diddy or Brian Allen, as a Paramount has decided it won't be selling a majority stake in the network. Paramount notified bidders on Wednesday that it decided to end the sale process as a sale would not result in meaningful deleveraging of its balance sheet, the Wall Street Journal reported on Wednesday night. Several bids ranged from $2 to $3 billion, according to the report. News broke in March that the company was interested in selling the majority stake in BET, created in 1980 by Bob Johnson. Several notable names were tossed around as potential buyers at the time. Perry emerged as a favorite in the media, and multiple outlets reported he had the winning bid. Clearly, that was not the case. And so it was. There's a quote that we're always looking for ways to maximize shareholder value, Paramount CEO Bob Bakish said earlier this month. And as we said before, that might involve divesting, acquiring, or potentially partnering on assets, all of which we've done. But other than that, I'm not going to comment on anything specifically. Discussion on the sale had many people wondering what it could mean for HBCU football. The sport was a staple of the early days of BET through the early 2000s. Both Diddy and Brian Allen have ties to HBCUs. Diddy is a Howard University alumnus, while Allen is the owner of HBCU Go, a network that began airing HBCU football games in 2022. For now, through none of these three will be buying the biggest media conglomerate aimed at black audiences. The post BET no longer up for sale appeared first on HBCU game day. Okay, y'all. So that's it for today. That was the tight article. BET no longer up for sale. I got a special guest with me, rapper Kode Red from San Diego, California. What's going on with you, boss?
Trying to survive this weather to elite product manufacturing.
Okay. That's good. It's good to have you, man. So tell us what you think, man, about this BET no longer for sale. You know, what's your feedback on that?
I told people a long time ago that Robert Johnson pretty much sold our souls to Viacom, and that's one of the biggest problems with hip-hop community / like black entertainment period, is that we don't really have any majority stake in anything. And it's to the point where they want to basically envelop our cultural identities while making us charge for it. And then anytime that we say anything about anything that affects our community, we're pretty much looked down the nose at or victimized for doing so. So that's how I feel about that. That ship done already sailed.
Yeah, I see. And so I just have one question for you. How do you feel that way about it?
How do I feel about that? Or like, can you clarify? Like, why do I feel that way?
Why do you feel that way?
Because back when Robert Johnson first sold BT, I mean, there's many examples of this thing in the TV series The Boondocks. there's an episode where they're at BET and they show what happens over at BET. I think there's a lot. If you look at the list of artists that were cautious, that were pretty much told that they couldn't perform at BET or that they wouldn't sell, and you just look at the industry, the way that it's been programmed to have more things such as, and I dislike bringing this type of topic to your platform specifically, and I'm not trying to take a jab at anybody, but we see more Sexy Reds than we do Queen Latifahs these days, and that's how I don't want to ram that down your audience's throat, so I'm gonna be that at that, and again, just say the prison and kindergarten pipeline and programming, a purposeful programming, and like overhaul of the cultural identity, which would be known as quote unquote Black or Afrocentric. Even my lady was talking about this white man that was saying that Black people commit more crime in the communities and this white lady was telling him that, that's not true, but because we're a dispersed majority, because we shouldn't use the term minority, we're 14%, so the crime volume looks higher, and it can be looked at that way, and that's the narrative that we're getting. If you look at what's happening in Florida with DeSantis and the disintegration of, or deintegration, I guess I should say, deintegration of African cultural studies in classes, or the narrative that people actually benefited from slavery because we learned useful trades in slavery, and that's what they're trying to push to teach in these schools. Like, it's not no big surprise, man. That's why Melly Mel reacted the way that he did lately. And again, I don't want to force that down nobody's throat either, but that's how I connect the dots with that one. So, people can take that with a grain of salt, man, or we could do something about it at the end of the day. That's how I feel.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, man. Well, that's, I guess when I went to the BET Awards last year, I was able to witness Diddy make a pledge to the Jackson State football and Howard University on the BET Awards. And I was my first time being at the BET Awards 2023 or 2022. And this year I attended the BET Awards 2023, and it was highly packed. It was full. Everybody couldn't get in. So so that's it, guys. BET no longer up for sale. Rapper Kode Red is releasing a new EP. Tell us about your new EP, Kode Red. What's going on with that?
So the EP, The Answer, is sponsored by West Coast Mafia, those JBLUE Sanders, aka Money Brick Hunter Boys, and JBLUE Sanders again, or No Studio Records. And all the tracks were pretty much lined up for us in terms of production and things of that nature. Those things were being covered, and this EP discusses a lot of the systematic changes that we've been witnessing. It discusses relationships, toxicity issues that we all may have, and other different things of that nature will be on the album. And that's where we're gonna, project I should say, because it's gonna be a short EP. It's the prelude to another album that I've been planning for a while. It just kind of happened overnight, and we will have shout outs from rapper High Vibes on there, so that's gonna be pretty dope. And we'll have a project. We'll have a remix project from Diamond J on there, who's releasing his album soon in September. I'm not sure of the title of that because we just barely briefly spoke with that, but shout outs with that. And I'm pretty sure we'll have a No Studio record on there as well. So that's how that's going.
So tell me about the track listing. What's going on with the track listing on the answer?
So far, we did about 7 tracks so far within probably a week. We have Coming Home, which is featuring rapper High Vibes, which is a track about relationships, but it's done differently. It's like the struggle and the yin and the yang between a man and a woman, but also representative of the world. We're going to have the You Can't Hang remix on there with Diamond J. We're going to have a song called Black Haze. We're going to have another song called Red Summer, which is funny because they've been saying that Red Summer wasn't going to come out for a while, so I just gave them a song dedicated to that. The problem with Red Summer is I've been watching all these changes in the world, and I've been waiting for some of these things that we're seeing now to unfold, and so the timing just wasn't right, so that's why we did this track, that's why we did this EP, I should say. And so for that, right now, I think that's about it. We have a couple other tracks on there, but those are the main ones that we're really working on right now and perfecting.
Okay. That's what's up, man. That's nice. That's really nice. So you are working on releasing this EP, The Answer, and I think you told me something about you wanted to get this done on or before your birthday. So tell us about your birthday. When is that coming up, and what made you decide to release it around that time?
I've been waiting, I've been pushing back this project that I was originally going to do, Red Summer, for quite a while, and a lot of people that have been my supporters, even though that's a handful of people, have been like, oh, this is never going to come out. What are you going to do? Let's just do this. So when we discussed this project after winning 3rd place for Riding Out a Legend and Black Wall Street contest, Rap Fame, then we came to the conclusion with some other life changes and things that were going on that we were going to work on an EP with West Coast Mafia and Money Hunter Brick Boys, and because there was just a lot of support over there for us at the time, and it just felt right. So the beats were given to us, and we worked a lot faster than we thought we would over here as a team. There's been some things in the way, but we have definitely been working as a team and the staff as a whole, and I've been given inspiration. The Vibes has helped out greatly on this as well, even sometimes helping me just she did the Drake thing with Lil Wayne. I'm not saying she wrote the whole album because that's not what went on, but she definitely inspired some of the lines that were on there, and that's the first time because I don't really let people do that with my art. I really typically because I don't like that, I want everything that flows from my pen to flow for me, but she's definitely been trying to bounce back lines back and forth. The November 2nd date, again, was just because, that was one of the greatest birthday gifts I felt like I could not only give myself, but also it's November 2nd, which is the Day of the Dead. I celebrate from Halloween to November 2nd, and I feel like this EP, The Answer, is both life and death in, song format. We're going to discuss the yin and the yang, birth, death, reawakenings, all types of different things that we're going to discuss on this album. We're going to discuss some of the ways that prayer could be used wrong, i.e. witchcraft too on the album, because I feel like there's a lot of prayer being used wrong right now. And also I was motivated by certain individuals, such as X-Rated and Prayer in Hell, listening to the album and what he did just kind of really pushed my pen and made me want to do more as an artist. And I'm just like, all right, well, I'm not getting any younger too, so let me just finally release something that's focused and be able to put it on all platforms. So the release date. I always generally try to pick something that means something mathematically. You know, if you want to call that gematria, if you want to call that supreme mathematics, whatever you want to call it. Like, I felt like that was the closest date to me, and that I would just wanted to hurry up and get this done, like not rush with it, but it was close enough. Also, having a background as a club promoter, generally when we're promoting a project, we're at least giving it like 3 months in advance, you know, about 90 days to just pretty much put that project together and then have a little bit of time to promote that project as well. And so that's what I felt like we would do with this, and that's what's getting done.
Wow. That's good. That's really nice. Okay. So the answer is on its way. And tell me about the production. I mean, like, so I know that this project is being directed by Money Hunters and Brick Boys, West Coast Mafia, Rap Fame on Battle Me. I know that Diamond J is participating on the remix. And tell me about the production. Like, you know, I know some of the production is produced by Legion Beats. How do you feel about Legion Beats and his instrumentals and his production? So far, how do you feel about the project as far as the beat selection?
I feel like there's pretty fire beats on this for what I want to do, and especially as close as the project deadline is, and as fast as we assembled, I feel like Money Hunter Brick Boys did a really good job of analyzing what my specific strengths and weaknesses are as an MC/artist, and I feel that they searched through their catalogs and did what was to be done. Again, one of the most exciting songs on there for me right now is the Diamond J feature, which that's the original song You Can't Hang will be on this album in September. We have negotiated, and as long as I do my part, he's willing to allow me to take that remix and put it on my album as well. So I thought that was really fire, because I feel like You Can't Hang is really an important song. I was told to focus mostly on just making one specific single, and then once you focus on making that single, try to make that single pop, and then do something like form the rest of the project around that. And so with that being said, I feel like You Can't Hang by Diamond J is that single that I was looking for, and the way the universe brought that to me, I feel really blessed for that. So that's pretty dope. I also like Black Haze, which is going to have vibes on it as well. And then Coming Home is going to have vibes on there as well, too. And then we have the beat for Red Summer, which I feel feels kind of like a Dr. Dre inspired type of West Coast beat. And I've definitely wanted to work with some of those as well. The beat selections on this EP so far are current, but I feel like it also has an old school twist to it, and that's kind of the merge that is offered. That's the merge that I want to offer the industry with the platform, because not only am I like, you know, a current landscape artist, but I've been in the hip hop game for a while. So it's definitely full of nostalgia, I think, and pretty productive instrumentation.
Okay. That's what's up. That's dope as fuck, man. So now I want to ask you a question. What is the difference between a talent manager or a music manager? What's the difference to you between a music manager and a booking or a talent agent? Because I know that music managers and talent agents can be somewhat interchangeably used like they're the same. But I know there's also a difference. So I want you to give me your perspective on what a music manager is to you, and and is this something that you need on this project, and a talent agent, and is there a talent agent that you would need for this project, and if there's a difference, can you share what is that difference, if it's a big difference or a small difference, and tell us, what do you feel about the two, a music manager and a talent agent?
Okay, so I think right now the current negotiation setting that I have with Money Hunter Brick Boys is one of music management. I.e., they graciously helped Kode Red this specific project. I didn't have to go hunt for beats. I mean, there's still beats that I have that I'll probably put on this project that nobody else has heard, because I did tell Diamond J that I would give him one beat as well in exchange for what he did for me for You Can't Hang, right? But what Money Hunter Brick Boys did, and what I think the music management department basically does, is they gathered a catalog of sounds, had me peruse the sounds, and then the ones that I wanted, they told me, okay, well, if that's what you want to do, then work with that. And if you need anything else from us on that area, let us know what else you need, and we'll see if we can help you out with that. And I'm graciously appreciative of that. As far as talent management, I feel like talent management would have more to do with your booking or getting you, spots on podcasts or appearances and other types of different places, like meet and greets and things of that nature. I don't currently have that, even though I'm still seeking it, I currently don't have that arrangement yet with Money Hunter Brick Boys. I was told that we would cross that bridge when we came to it. And so I'm I don't want to put the cart in front of the horse, and I definitely don't want to damage a professional relationship and attempting to overstep my boundaries or be impetuous in any form, shape, or nature, or act as if I'm unthankful for anything that's been done for me.
I totally understand, and I agree. And thanks for sharing that. Yeah, I think I agree with that too. I think that a talent agent and a music manager would add to your project, and it would make it much more unique. I mean, that's just my perspective, because sounds like music managers and talent agents are very reliable and somewhat dependable and beneficial to the music business. And I think that that was just a question of concern, because you're releasing an EP, and somebody asked me this before. They said, what is an EP? And I told them that's an extended play. Can you tell us what an EP actually means?
You're correct. EP is short for extended play, and it's generally when the artist either doesn't want to put out too many projects, or like too many songs on one specific project, or maybe they might be using that EP to ramp up to another project, or to basically gain a little bit of ground a little bit more quickly. Then they might use the EP. It would generally be between 3 to let's say 7 songs, even though I would generally say 3 to 5, but let's say 3 to 7. And then also with the EP, a lot of artists, because of the fact that it's just the landscape and the way that it's built digitally right now, is a lot easier to work with the landscape is a lot easier to work with in terms of DistroKid and the way that royalties might be broken down, or how you might be hunting your quarterlies by working, putting a couple EPs out. Also you could probably use that as a test ground. So let's say we do the answer, and we see, okay, well, these tracks on the Answer succeeded really well, but these other tracks on the Answer, people didn't really feel, or some of those happened, and we don't know why that data is. If you guys know what split testing is, then that gives us a little bit of R&D to be able to look at our situation and what we can and can't do as we navigate through this gate, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. That's what's up. And so, I know there's other ones too. I know there's an LP. So there's EP and there's
long play. There's EP, long. Well, LP is just short for album. There's the two. There's the EP, which is it's because of the digital landscape and the way the breakdown is, or how artists might be. Because I think now you don't really see too many artists with longevity. You will see more artists. For example, like let's take an artist like E40. E40 been making tracks since 1989 or something like that. For real. Like he old. Like he, you know what I'm saying? Uncle's old, but he been dipping out. He been out here dipping in the game. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even like 91. Even if we just say 91 and we say like, oh, that happened in 91, that's a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't see too many artists with that form of longevity. Nowadays in the industry, you see more artists that they'll come out with one single and they'll run it through TikTok or they'll run it through IG or whatever may have you. But I would generally say TikTok because that's a good example of how a lot of artists have blown in the industry and how they've been able to leverage their power using TikTok, right? So we'll see these types of artists come out with one song. That one song will do really well, but then you'll never hear anything else from that artist. Let's even take like a Jack Harlow, for example, right? Jack Harlow popping, right? But like, what other songs can you really say that you remember from Jack Harlow besides what's popping? They're not out here listening to that. You know what I mean? You don't see that often. And that's not to take anything away from that, man. I think that's mostly due to the fact that music and the music industry game right now is so cookie cutter. A lot of things sound the same, and fans have a lot of broad choices to reach from across, and music can be easily cooked nowadays. So we live in a microwave generation with that. You know, people are just going to want what they want really fast. It's going to speed up and it's going to burn up like a bright star, right? It's just going to go away real quick, and then you're going to be like, oh, what happened to the artist? You're not going to see him for hella months, you know what I'm saying, or maybe even hella years, and that's just what that artist got, you know? I don't feel like there's staying power with a lot of people in the industry anymore. And again, that's not to take away from artists. Again, I think I blame GarageBand on that. If anybody get that joke, I blame GarageBand for that one.
Okay. That's what's up. Well, you know what, man? We got a few more minutes. We got a couple more minutes. But Kode Red, we really appreciate your time and thank you for going live with us today on JBLUE Radio, the JBLUE Show. We appreciate having you here. It's an honor to have you here today. Guys, make sure y'all follow Kode Red on all social media platforms and digital streaming platforms. Kode Red, can you tell us where we can find you on social media and on digital streaming platforms, or where can we find your music?
Right now, at this point in time, you could look up Kode Red on SoundCloud for right now, or most likely I'm in TikTok at Red Summer 59. TikTok is like my little playing ground over there. And then by November 2nd, as I said, the answer will be, if you want to call it that, that'll be my sophomore effort, which will be on all digital platforms. And hopefully we can stop by the show between now and then and talk about that.
Okay, everybody. So that's Kode Red. That's KODE space RED. Kode Red, Down Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all keep an eye out on that new EP, The Answer by Kode Red.
I want to shout out Vibes too, and tell everybody thank you, High Vibes. You know, anybody needs some good cooking, let them know.
Yes. Shout out to Vibes. Shout out Vibes. Okay. Shout out Kode Red and shout out BWS. Shout out Down Boulevard. Shout out West Coast Mafia. We will be right back after these messages. Thanks again, and we are out. Peace.